goes. Okay. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
I'm literally dead inside. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Rewind Releases. I'm your host, Will, and with Comic-Con just around the corner, I wanted to theorize about the MCU projects that we'll probably be hearing through Marvel's panel and kind of just talking about what kind of footage we'll be seeing through Hall H. Sadly, I've never been to a Comic-Con. Living in Massachusetts, it's kind of difficult to get out there, and I mean, tickets alone are like a arm and a leg. Mostly every year Marvel comes to Comic-Con and, they come out with this huge movie slate that, is 20 years long. And, the Sweaties. We miss you, John Schnapp. They eat that shit up. The last couple years has created bumps in the road for Marvel, especially with the change of management, with Bob Iger coming back, the pandemic, the writer's strikes, but Marvel has definitely kept their head above water, especially just even with like some mild hits at the box office. It's funny, I just actually saw the new The Boys episode, and they had this scene where they basically had their own Comic-Con, like it was a spoof of Comic-Con and them having this 40-year long slate of movies and TV shows, and it kind of made me feel stupid because it's like,
oh my god, they're making Blade. Oh my god, Mahershala Ali's actually playing Blade.
yeah, that one still hurts a little bit. I'm not going to pretend and sit here that I don't enjoy hearing what's going to be next for the next MCU phase. And it'll be interesting to see the amount of content that Marvel will be putting out, because since Bob Iger announced that the amount of content they used to put out will be cut in half, because they're really trying to bring back the quality to their movies and TV shows. So I've compiled a list. It's not in any particular order of the movies and TV shows that I have full faith that will be announced during their panel at Hall H. But I also threw in a couple other ideas of announcements that we'll probably hear about, like maybe a new Avengers title, or some new characters that will be being fleshed out in the next phase. Big wheel. Hey, a man can dream. So let's discuss what we will probably see at Hall H. First one I know people will go ape shit if we don't get a little glimpse of is the Fantastic Four. Kevin Feige recently told Variety that this movie will be based in the 1960s and actually in a different universe. And I've seen a lot of people thinking that the X-Men are going to be coming into the MCU 616 through the Fantastic Four universe. And I don't think that's what's going to happen. What I think is going to happen is what happened at the end of the Marvels. That universe is going to collide with the 616. I think that's what's going to happen. The cast is not the only reason why I'm excited for this movie. I'm actually really excited because Matt Shakman is directing Fantastic Four. He was the showrunner of WandaVision, and like such an incredible idea to use different time periods of television as your medium. The only thing I hated was the ending, because of it having the big blue laser in the sky with the CGI fight fest at the end. I mean, these are comic book movies and TV shows. It's not Shawshank Redemption. Also, Imaginary Vision versus Aryan Vision. See what I did there? With a boat question, that's like me asking my other self why water is wet. Yeah, I don't know either. But I'm also really excited to see Ralph Ineson as Galactus, and like how they'll kind of go about his size. That's what she said. And if they go about using like the Thanos template, where it's like, he's a necessary evil. I just don't want to see too much in the trailer. I feel like Marvel definitely shows way too much in their trailers, especially when the movie's getting closer to their release date. Obviously, we have a little while until this comes out with a July 25th, 2025 release date. So I don't think we'll be shown a lot, but I definitely think they will put something together for fans to get excited about. But if I had to guess, I would probably say about an 85% chance we'll see something at Hall H. Tell me what you guys are looking for in this trailer. Are you as excited as me, or you kind of just fed up with this whole Fantastic Four franchise since this is the 4th iteration? But please let me know what you guys think. Since I mentioned Matt Shackman, let's get this dumpster fire out of the way. Like, this show could have been dropped, in my opinion. Like, the whole reason this show was even created is because, like, a Marvel producer was like, that Agatha song kind of slaps. Then using the song to create this marketing campaign to get this show even made. Don't get me wrong, I love Catherine Hahn, she's a fucking treasure. But this show, in my opinion, I feel like this isn't gonna help the overall story arc. That staple of Marvel's movies was always to build up to something, to build up to like Thanos, and we need to get back to that. I mean, maybe the only reason I'll watch this show is because Audrey Plaza is gonna be in it, and just like her acting and her dialogue between Agatha will probably just be hilarious. It'll be like,
Promise I won't bite.
I actually did bite a kid once.
She's the worst person I've ever met. I want to travel the world with her.
and I haven't seen this show. I haven't seen a single piece of footage, but if it's anything like WandaVision, I'll sing a different tune. But I just have a feeling it's going to be like that short-lived Secret Invasion type show. But the show is finished shooting forever, so I predict 100% certainty that we are going to see some type of footage or trailer at Hall H. Thrilling. But comment down below and let me know, like, are you excited for this? Are you like me, who's not really excited at all? Like, where you basically just want to put glass in your eyes? Let me know. Okay, let's get this bad taste out of my mouth and let's talk about something I'm actually really excited about. This is one of my most anticipated shows. I mean, even since the Netflix series, it's been such a fan favorite with its gritty look and its realism. Like, you talk about the hallway scene and people immediately know what you're talking about. And the sequence has been replicated so many times. Obviously, it's a homage to the movie Old Boy. And just the way it's shot, I mean, like, in that hallway sequence, Daredevil just getting more tired throughout the fight. I mean, it's just... I remember a while back that this show had been mostly filmed, and I guess Kevin Feige must have seen the dailies, and he was not happy with it, and was just basically like,
Delete it. I do all of it.
And you better get that guy who played Foggy last time in here.
Originally, I knew this show was supposed to be 18 episodes, and then I heard it was supposed to be cut down to 9 episodes. But from what I've found out, it's going to be 18 episodes, but cut into 2 parts, so 9 episodes per part. And I gotta say, 18 episodes, I was very excited for, thought it was very ambitious, but I mean, again, we've been getting shows that are like 6 to 7 episodes where these stories are not fully fleshed out. But after many delays, we'll hopefully be getting this in January of 2025. And from what we've seen from set photos, I mean, the overall story is very hush-hush, but from like, you know, rumors and stuff like that, it would be happening during the blip. So I will say, I'll predict a 75% chance that we'll probably see some type of footage or maybe a little teaser at Hall H. But comment down below and let me know what you guys think. Are you excited like this? Are you excited as me? Because I'm excited to see this show, and I hope it doesn't have any more delays. So please let me know below. So this is something I've actually been getting more excited about with the more pieces of news we get from it. I will say I'm not a huge fan of the name Thunderbolts Asterisk, but again, I like bands called I Wrestled a Bear Once and I Set My Friends on Fire, so I guess names and titles don't really matter. But the overall story of the Thunderbolts is a bunch of supervillains are hired by the government to help on dangerous missions. So this is just my personal opinion. Without seeing any footage, thinking about how if I wanted, what type of movie would I want this to be? If I had the choice. If I had the choice, I would want this movie to be rated R, because the type of characters we have in this movie are very dark and have very disturbing pasts. And I feel like with maybe a PG-13 rating, it really kind of puts barriers on a lot of subject matter you could do with the characters. Again, that's just my personal opinion. I figured I'd throw that out there because I think it'd be interesting where they could go with a rated R rating, because now we're getting Deadpool 3 and that movie is going to destroy records. But either way, I'm interested.
Take my money, Disney.
Oh wait, I'm poor. I mean, the cast is pretty damn impressive too, right? You got Ghost, Red Guardian, Yelena, Bucky, fake Captain America, and Taskmaster. The biggest worry I have with all these characters is them having enough to do and enough screen time. I know we've done it before with the Avengers and, the Russo brothers, but things have changed for the MCU, and it hasn't been all box office and rainbows. And with a bunch of delays, this movie's had more delays than Blade.
Stop doing this to yourself. You're strong. You're strong. You can just be strong.
Like, obviously I have my worries, but I feel like Marvel has definitely learned from their past mistakes. Now putting more time, money, and effort into their projects, hopefully having it be at the same level as Endgame. I mean, just recently, David Harbour just posted a picture on Instagram showing, he just finished filming, and it just shows that it's going smoothly, so it's a good thing. I mean, honestly, he was my favorite in the Black Widow movie, so I'm really glad for him to actually be coming back. He's an amazing character. But I will say I'll predict about 85% chance that we'll see something at Hall H. Let me know if this is actually your most anticipated movie and what is actually your most anticipated movie for Hall H. So there's not a whole lot we know about the overall plot. A little while back at CinemaCon, they actually did show a trailer for this new Captain America movie, and it's been said it gives a very Captain America Winter Soldier vibe. And you can't go wrong with that. Espionage for the win. I wasn't a huge fan of Falcon and Winter Soldier, but I feel like that show definitely helped build the overall story arc and into this movie, and introducing Isaiah Bradley, who's actually going to be in Captain America 3, who I guess in the trailer plays a big part. I mean, I have a strong feeling they're probably just going to release that trailer that they showed at CinemaCon, maybe show 1 or 2 extra shots. And we've seen some, leaks of promo art and some toys of the Red Hulk, aka General Thaddeus Ross, who was played by the late great William Hurt, who is now played by grumpy Harrison Ford. I mean, I'm so surprised he even joined on to do this movie. I mean, he's at the age now where he just does not give a fuck anymore. I mean, just imagine him imagine the producers trying to get him to put the dots on his face and get him to do the mocap. It'd just be like,
I'm not gonna wear the fucking dots.
Please, Mr. Ford, please. We just need to get you in makeup and get you to set.
Get the fuck out of my trailer now. I'm Han Solo, bitch.
I mean, luckily this movie isn't that far away. I mean, it's going to be coming out in February of 2025. I'm really excited to see the direction they're going to go with this new Captain America sequel. I mean, I gotta say, no one will ever outbeat Chris Evans. But I'm 100% sure that we're going to get that in Hall H. But comment down below and let me know if you're actually excited for this third Captain America movie. Really quick, I have a couple more announcements I think we'll actually hear in Hall H. Number 1 definitely being a new Avengers title. I believe what they're going to do is they are going to scrap the Kang Dynasty name and they're just going to call it Secret Wars Part 1 and then have Part 2. We still haven't got a new actor to fill the Kang role, so I believe that Marvel has just kind of learned that this character hasn't been working, even though I was a fan of it in Loki. And they'll probably move on to either Doctor Doom or Galactus because we have the Fantastic Four right around the corner. Number 2, Nova. I don't know too much about this character personally. The only reason I think they're bringing in Nova is because they hate Brie Larson. They want a character that they can actually enjoy and not have be hated by the rest of the whole Marvel cast. But again, I don't know too much about him, but I have a feeling that is definitely going to be one of the things they're going to be announcing for sure. Number 3, Ghost Rider. Honestly, just anything else besides this.
We gotta let him out.
And I don't know if this is just fan casting or if this is just, word on the street, but I've heard Ryan Gosling is in talks to play Ghost Rider. And if you've ever seen Drive, I mean, that's just a clear indication that he can do it. So I fingers crossed on that one. Number 4, X-Men. I don't know if we're going to get really anything except for maybe a release date, maybe a director, but that will definitely probably change because we are a long way before we ever see the X-Men on the big screen. I mean, the only X-Men announcement we'll get is probably for X-Men 97, and that's about it. Number 5, Spider-Man 4, now this is a long shot in the dark, but the only reason I say that is because I know Sony is so eager to get Spidey back on the big screen, and the two studios, Marvel and Sony, have very different ways they want to go about doing the sequel, where Sony wants to bring Tobey and Andrew back, which, again, if it works once, why not keep doing it 1,000 times, you know? That's why we pay them the big bucks. But then Marvel wants to have it be more grounded, have Spidey become that friendly neighborhood Spider-Man again. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry, but Sony, you know what? They just need to stop making superhero movies in general, like live action. They cannot do it. I mean, Madam Web is a clear indication that they have no idea what the fuck they're doing. I mean, come on, honestly, they've done 3 Venom movies and they have not brought Spider-Man once. They're okay, all right? And then you got the Sony hacks. I mean, they're basically, you know what they're doing? They're throwing shit at the wall and hoping that the shit doesn't stink. The wall of shit smells. It stinks. It stinks. But that's my list. Do you guys agree with my list? Do you think I might have missed some stuff? Please let me know down below. And thank you guys for watching so much. And I hope to see you again. Have a good day. Bye.
I'm a nothing up, 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 I'm a nothing up.